Okay, so casket-wise, you went with the 20 gauge stainless steel.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now I'm going to move through the process of looking at outer burial containers, and I'm going to show you everything, and I have pictures to show you as well. And if you have any questions, just feel free to ask me about it. So this is our selection for the outer burial containers. As you can see, we have bronze, regular steel, stainless steel, and galvanized steel, as well as copper.
Yeah.
All in different gauges. We do have 3 amounts of gauges that it can be in. It can be in the 10th gauge or the 12th. And sometimes people do like to get 8 gauge, but that is more on the expensive side. And I know you went with a relatively non-expensive casket, so I'm just not sure where you stand there.
I'll probably end up getting like a relatively cheaper one after I hear some more information on the caskets. I was wondering why I need to even really get one of these.
Okay, so the purpose for an outer burial container or a vault, it's usually it's not really a requirement except for in some cemeteries, and I know that the cemetery that you chose, it does require at least just a baseline one, like one right here, or just a liner, but I can also explain that later as well. But there are just some requirements, as you know, that digging a grave and everything, they bring heavy machinery, and just to make sure the ground stays level and everything, they do have some requirements for at the cemetery, but in general, there's no legal requirements. The main reason people do like to get them is just for the protection, because as you know, the casket protects your loved one, and the vault will protect the casket that your loved one is in. So there's a few different things that they protect against, like moisture, just water, because the ground is very moist, and as well as outside elements that the vaults do protect against, but the liners don't protect as much. It's just a baseline requirement.
Yeah. I was wondering the difference between the gauges on them, like 10 and 8, like you said.
Okay, so basically the smaller the number is, the more thick the metal is. So like I brought up earlier, the standard is 8. It can go as low as 7, and as high as 12. That's generally the most thin it can go, at least what we offer here. Mm-hmm. So, and based on how thick it is, it will get more expensive. So, a 7 gauge would be more expensive than a 12 gauge.
Yeah. I was wondering about the cost differences between the gauges. I know it says the cost right here, but I still want you to
yes.
How much would an 8 gauge be?
An 8 gauge, so as you can see here, they are, the 10 gauge is a little bit more expensive than the 12 gauge, so it's only here a couple $100 difference, but it also does depend on, the other qualities of the vault.
Yeah. I would probably end up just going with the cheapest one right here.
The cheapest one?
What kind of I know that you can put pictures on them. Can you only put pictures on this one? Or can you put pictures on these?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And that's the special. But okay, the outer burial container wise, for the cheapest option, like I said before, you don't need to go with an actual vault. You can go with the baseline and just the liner.
Yeah.
As well as a grave liner if you don't want to go with a concrete liner or anything else. Just, a plain grave liner. Which, like I mentioned before, it doesn't really protect as much, but if that's not something that you're worried about, like I said, it's not a legal requirement to purchase a vault instead.
I think I'll just end up going with the 12 gauge steel, the cheapest vault option.
Okay. Well, thank you for letting me show you. And if you have any more questions, you can just feel free to call the funeral home. You can ask for my name. If you have any more questions that I can get answered for you.